Hello and welcome to Let's Play Decidedly Vanilla. So just wanted to show you real quick what I have. Maybe perhaps you thought when I came back this would be done. And it's a good thought. But no, it's nowhere near complete. So these are just simple blocks. Castle bricks, stone, dirt, cobble, etc. Slime blocks. I don't know that that should be its own thing, but I'm not sure where else to put it. I might put it with redstone stuff, because I think that's kind of the main area I might use it. And then I just have the chests laid out, labeled, and sorted. This took me about an hour. Granted, it wasn't a focused hour. It was, here, I'll kind of do stuff over here, and I'll watch YouTube over on the other screen. That's probably why it took an hour. But honestly, it's a lot of work to grab a bunch of stuff and go and put it in all the places. And then the miscellaneous. I think I want an arrow chest. The reason I don't put these with the weapons is because it would fill up the entire weapon chest. I think I need some type of utility or helper items. Adventure gear is what I sometimes call it on adventure or CTM or survival maps. Who's doing something? So I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. I have a few things in mind though, and it'll probably take me longer than I expect. So I probably don't need to come up with additional things. For one, I want to visit spawn and lay down. I made a couple ender chests. For two, I got some gold blocks, and I'd love to place them down in the vault. Where'd they go? And how are we going to do this? Let's pop that one up. And there we go, and let's replace this one too. My minions did not collect me that much gold this time. If you watch DDM, you may have heard him talk about his gold farm and how I must have been over there taking all the gold. That's nonsense. This gold is mined by my minions. They are actively working at it 24 hours a day. No rest for them. You can't give rest to the wicked people. And this is what they've got so far. It's not enough. That looks like a misplaced... I'll fix it later. So the other thing I kind of want to do is I wanted to decorate up at least the entrance to the vault. I mean, right now it's like, you're like, right? Come on. It's got to look better than that. And I'm not quite sure how. I don't want these walls to just be flat. So I'm thinking of adding maybe some ribs up the side. And I'm not sure if I want to go around this edge with something. There's just a lot. I know I want to make it look fancier. So that's what I'm going to be working on this episode. But it's gonna require some thought. So let me think about that. In the meantime, let's head over to spawn and place down these ender chests. All right, let's start off by going here. I need, for one of the ender chests definitely needs to be in here. Now, I get a lot of complaints. People walking in, it's like, I don't have enough gold. I don't have enough iron. It's not on me. I didn't carry it around. Well, they haven't said the iron thing yet, because if you look out here, now accepting iron, it's a new thing. We don't want your dirty gold anymore. I got minions working on that. I want your dirty iron. The thing is, I also think I want to increase what we're selling. And with this current design, I think I could fit a chest here and here. Could just kind of have this loop around and still have room for all the signs. But that means an ender chest can't go here. Or perhaps, maybe there's a potion here that I will stop selling? Maybe. I like the idea of an ender chest going here. So we're going to work with that. I'm going to put it there. Actually, I don't like it there on the ground. like it on a little pedestal of some type. However, that's not Silk Touch, so that's where it's going for now. That's for the under. The sentence was, now as for the other ender chest, I'm not sure where we want to put that yet. However, that's where it's going for now. I will Silk Touch that later on. I have one in here. I wanted to make sure I had one at each of my shops, and so I just went ahead and made 2. I got the obsidian needed for it, and apparently I don't need a second one. So, yeah. Well, it would be nice. I'll get my Silk Touch. I might have to make another one. I'll get my Silk Touch, and I'll move this over here to the carpet shop. And we still got to get this carpet shop going. Oh, Paige has the insult tent. Let's try an insult. Let's see how insulted we could be. I will go to this very convenient ender chest out in the middle of town square. I had a couple more gold blocks that I didn't realize. I believe she charges the nuggets. If not, I'll just give all 9 nuggets for 1 ingot. I ain't paying more than 1 ingot. I may be able to get gold a lot easier. I gotta fix this now, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna spend it frivolously. That wasn't how you say that word. That's amazing that I even was able to say as much as what I said. 1 gold nugget per book, or make your own insult. I don't want to make my own. Let's see. Blue bio style. Aladdin. Ooh, let's do Aladdin. I like Aladdin. Bonk. There you go. Not every day you see a horse with 2 rear ends. That was not nice, Paige. I'm keeping this book. It's mine now. You make your own again. I go to an insult chest, I get insulted, and then I'm offended. But I knew it was coming, so what's up with that? I'm going to run around, spawn real quick, and see if there's anything new. Yeah, I'd say that counts as new. This is a building Ovi's working on. Be sure to check out his channel to get more of the details. But dang, it's coming along. It's looking really nice. I like the view from this side because you can see the scaffolding. And of course it was close enough to the grass, so the grass has slowly crept its way all the way to the top. What kind of view can we get from the top of this? Let's see. There's the police shop. There's the doctor, yeah, quote unquote. There's a law office that's never going to be completed. There's a corporate office that's already completed. Here is our amazing town hall. This is a beautiful building, and I'm glad it's here because it helps all the other buildings kind of look a little more upscale. So, thank you, Town Hall, for doing your job. We are back, and that is not going to be the AFK shelter. It used to be here, and I could close the door. This is my spawn point most of the time. And this is... I can't place signs there. This is the vault. I think I will need some iron fence. And I definitely want to use the quartz somehow. This will not be enough quartz, so I'll probably have to get more. And maybe I'll experiment with using the new stone, or maybe I'll just use cobble or castle brick. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to play around with some few things. We're going to take a quick break. I'll come back and show you what I have. We'll pretend to discuss it, because you can't talk to me live. And then we'll decide together. Or I'll decide for you so that you can decide with me. All right, we are back, and I am done. And I don't know what you're hoping to see. I don't know what you're anticipating. You're probably not hoping to see something. I probably haven't gotten your hopes up. This is about 2 hours of work, and it's embarrassing it's not that big a difference. You understand? We'll talk about it. So I have what I like to do. I prefer, honestly, to have a sign free floating in the center of a hallway. I prefer to use a cobblestone fence, the stone coming out. The problem with those is the fence kind of hovers off of them, but I like the idea of just something coming down and holding the sign. So my next best option, other than having a full block, is to have a backward stair. And so I kind of like the effect. It still looks like a full block, but when you get the whole thing, when you look at the whole thing all the way around, you'll see that it's not a full block. And so that kind of gives like, oh, it's just there to hold the sign. So I like using that. It is hanging down. I like my hallways to be at least 3 tall, so you don't have to feel claustrophobic. But you don't bump your head on it, so it's fine. So there's my sign. The rest of this I just kind of fleshed out. Now this hallway is 4 tall, and that's just usually how I do with these ceilings to be able to bring them down. Otherwise, it kind of tends to be an awkward transition. And you walk into this room. And down here, out here is 3 tall again, so I think it's okay. That wasn't supposed to open. You didn't see that open. And so here you have these buttons, so you can press just the right combination. And if you press the right combination, when you come over here, this will open, and it'll let you through. Let me through. In reality, it doesn't matter what code you press. It's my minions down below that are kind of peeking through the cracks. You can't see it because it's really well hidden, to make sure it's someone authorized. So they shouldn't be letting anyone unauthorized. And as long as they know it's me, they let the redstone for this go ahead and go straight through. So that is the secure entrance and exit of my vault. And it's very inconspicuously labeled the vault, not the gold vault, so they don't think, oh. And yes, I know, up here we have the very visible, you can see what's going on down there. But maybe they think it's an illusion. They probably don't think it's a real vault, so they won't try to find an entrance to it, I hope. In reality, it's there to show off. Like, hey, look at me. We are a profitable company. In reality, just between you and me, bRanN Industries is not doing as well as we could. But we can discuss that another day, or we can never bring it up again. So here is my vault. I guess you call it a porthole. Kind of the part that's actually open with some reinforced material, because of course everything else is like super strong. And I went ahead and put some pillars. They're supposed to look like partial circles, of course, with blocks. What are you going to do? And I put one here, 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 here. Just kind of symmetrical, 3 blocks off the edges. It also allowed me to recoup some of the gold, so I could kind of fill that in some other spots. And I also toyed with having one in the center. So this is what took me a really long time. I built a pillar in the center from floor to ceiling. And then I realized, actually, it's right here in front of your face. You can't really see through it. So then I thought, well, what if like a center of it was taken out but then replaced with glass? Yes, replaced with glass. And then I thought, well, what if in 2 spots there was iron bars that went from top to bottom? Just the exposed parts you can see. And after I got that all set up and all nice, I realized, that actually looks like garbage. So I built it up and tore it down. And I built these up. And that's placing a block jump and placing a block jump. And so it took a little while. Plus, it's making trips back and forth between where all my items are currently sitting. And so, yeah, it took a few hours. And when I was finally done, this is done, I just like, I felt happy. But then I looked at it, I'm like, oh gosh, it's not really impressive for 2 hours of work. I'm thinking, I did like 2 hours of work off camera. Everybody's going to be impressed. And then I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, it looks cool. I love this glass. But it's like, it doesn't look like 2 hours worth of work, you know? Now, one of the adjustments I suppose I could do is I could replace these with upside down stairs. Now, it wouldn't look any different from here, but from down there it might. I also put this ladder down the side. What I did was I did a little Google image search for Scrooge McDuck vault, and I saw a few pictures, and he tends to have this ladder down the side, and it makes sense. And I have this, actually, this would not go there. Oh gosh. My hands are full. That would go down because the idea is that would go straight down, so there wouldn't be gold there. But there could be gold surrounding it, and the gold could cut off the ladder. That would be fine. This is not going to work for me, though. We cannot leave a gold block sitting there. We can place it and then pick up that stuff. Full inventory because I was working on an area. So the pillars aren't that... They're not exactly what I was expecting, but I kind of like them. For one, it takes up some space, so it's a little bit less gold blocks I gotta get my minions to dig up for me. And for two, it kind of it gives something other than a flat wall. Now I did have another idea for what to do with the wall, but that would take a lot of blocks that I don't currently have, so it's something I might revisit in the future, or it's something I might just never bring up again. The other thing that Scrooge McDuck's vault has is a diving board. And the idea was I put some stair blocks here so that from the bottom of this block it came out and then went up. And then I use half slabs just because they're a different color, the smooth half slabs, and put a couple straight out. And it looked kind of like a diving board, but it felt too thin. Problem is, if I made it 3 wide, it would be too thick. 2 wide, maybe, but that would mean this whole thing has to be, if it was going to be centered, redesigned. I didn't like the way it looked. And honestly, Minecraft is not the same as Scrooge McDuck's vault, right? His gold is coins. Not that you could realistically swim in coins, but if you were going to be able to swim in something, it's going to be coins. It's not going to be blocks of gold. And that's all we can place. We could fill this place with nuggets. Problem is, the vault would be emptied every 5 minutes. And I can't get my minions to work that hard. I barely get them to work as hard as they don't. So, what else? What else have I done? Hey, what? I was trying to do a smooth transition from one thought to another. Where did that guy come from? I would think there's no spawnable areas at this point, but who knows? So what was I saying? I was saying, what else have we done? And it's not anything I have done yet, but the real question is, what else are we going to do? Look at that arrow. That stupid jerk. Hopefully that'll despawn. And I cleaned this up. I cleaned this up. I just sealed that with you guys. So this is going to be the way you have to go. I want to get some signs down at some point in the near future. This is technically the official entrance. I need to remember to bring up a carpet piece. Maybe we'll kind of fix up the stairs a little. The outer area is... I'm mostly satisfied with it. This other area over here, I think I might want to kind of tear out the good stuff and abandon it. Maybe seal it off. This goes to another... I might connect it. Maybe we'll build a path to it and connect to it that way. But as for like the enchanting and the brewing that I have further over, I think I want to redo those into a new location closer to... Come on, door. Closer to my portal. That's the plans I have for that. And then maybe I'll seal this up, but I'll do it in a way so that it looks like it was sealed up, maybe with some wood planks, different colors, crisscross, that sort of thing. Oh, Mulio, it's okay. I'm right here. Just relax. So this is the official entrance to my base. I think we need a few signs, like to visit your... If you've been arrested, if your buddy's been arrested, you come this way. I don't know what you would call it, how you'd word that. But we got our prison down there. And then this would be the main entrance to get into the facility. And this would be the front entrance for visitors. Employees would be getting in a different way. And so a lot of this needs to be changed out. I've smoothed this over. This is going to be like, I'm going to call it our brag board. You might not be familiar with that term. It's advertising term, I believe, for the most part. It's basically where you have a slide up in your presentation and you show all the logos and such. See you later, Lomango. He's having trouble with his connection to the server. I think he might be back on and off. And it's kind of just showing like, these are the people that have worked with us. These are the people that support what we do, that sort of thing. I'm going to use it in a similar concept, except for items, special items, like books that we've been awarded and gifted, that sort of thing. But this is, oh, I love it, man. It's beautiful. Kind of just wandering around. Of course, that's what my episodes are, right? Me wandering around, talking about stuff. We'll put a sign up here, authorized personnel only or something. This is my spawn point. I think I should have a door here. It should be safer. Maybe a one-way door? I'm not sure. And then we have this exposed area underneath from when somebody wanted to scare me with a TNT trap, but not actually blow anything up. Let's do this together. Let me go. I'm going to go get the items I need. Let's see how many frames we can fit. I don't like how it's already getting dark. We can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, the way it's currently arranged. I know this was a book by Inspector Fish blaming me for the Trevire Bridge incident. Oh, it's not gonna... We're gonna have to rename these because they're books, so they are titled, but they're not showing up. Now the question is, where is an anvil? Oh, it's down there. I think these cost 1 each to rename. Let me see. Let me see if I can rename some of these. In the meantime, I have this evidence, right? So let's take this just as an example. And I'll probably keep it here, even though I don't like how half slabs look in these. But when you mouse over it, it says what it is. Oh, I don't like that it's cut off like that. But to not have that happen, this trim would have to be in. Like this portion would have to be sticking out. And that takes some modification. I'm seeing how I could do it, but I don't think I want to. Let me see how many of these I can name. That was actually very easy. So, here's the Trevire Bridge fragment. Next to that, we will put the book from when Inspector Swordfish was blaming us. I know it was you, which is a bunch of lies. Here is a thing I got from Swordfish for Christmas, and there might be books that people on the server have given me that I just don't have anymore. For that, I apologize. I don't know where they are. This is everything I have as far as I know. A flower there, and then this is all the Vanilla Day stuff that I still have. Actually, give me that flower. Let's put it right here. And I need to make some more frames. And here is back in the day when I made a new contract for the Ender Pearl delivery home service. And I still like this contract a lot better. And this is what I got from Paige, from the insult tent. I didn't really get it from her. I kind of paid her for it. But let's... Let's see. How else can we implement Dolan here? I guess not. I guess we can't. We just have Clandlewood evidence left, so that's interesting. Yeah, well, we'll get some more stuff. We'll fill this out. Probably name the flower something like #Vanilla Day. And this will be our little place to show off things, to impress our visitors. They come in and it's like, oh, well, this person's very well loved. He got a lot of things. And I'm still debating whether we should name this or not. But this was from Ovi, and he said I could not remove it. So I will not. Do I have any blocks on me? No, I don't want anything to fall into that lava. Let's get rid of the lava. Get back my glowstone. I should leave a torch down here. No, I could fill it in. Well, do I have enough blocks to fill? I don't have enough blocks to fill it in, so I'll pop that down. I don't even know if I have enough blocks. Actually, I do. Look, this is how we build things bRanN style, okay? Pop. 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 Oh, wrong. Pop. There we go. It's a flat area. These will have to go. This will, of course, have to go. Come on. We'll have to make this more of a walkway, more of an aisle. We'll have to reposition those. And we'll have to seal this off, because this now goes to nowhere. I really enjoy making these improvements around the base. I don't want to call it a base. I want to call it a facility. Making these improvements around our facility, making them more welcoming to guests, attract maybe some higher class minions. If we get big enough, we might even start to attract some heroes. And you know what heroes bring with them, right? Money, treasure, loot, gold, jewels, all sorts of things. We just got to get them in here and get them taken care of. Oh my gosh, why is this down? But that about finishes up this episode. A very derpy episode. But, as we say, what if my videos are not derpy? A couple possibilities for next episode. I've been going up and down this a lot to get back and forth, because that's where my items are stored, and I happen to be working up here. And we're going to be working up here a little more, because I kind of want to flesh it out, get some more signs everywhere, really work on the entrance to the facility. And coming up soon are rabbits. Here's the complete sentence. Coming up soon in Minecraft, a new feature of 1.8, a feature that's currently available in the snapshots, are rabbits. And rabbits need carrots, and I need carrots. Carrots are kind of my preferred food. Steak definitely seems to last longer. Carrots just seem nicer to carry around. And so that's what I prefer to have. This little garden does not really make enough. However, next door to our land, we have that gigantic wheat field that I made. I would love to convert that all over to carrots, because we're going to need carrots. If we are going to be a facility that is correctly run, then we are going to need a lot of carrots, because a facility that is correctly run is a facility that is run on rabbits. Of all the different creatures that you could think to minionize, just think about bunnies. And think about what they say bunnies do. Hop. Right? That's more efficient, because what do we do when we want to go faster? Hop. Right? It's a well-known fact. If you hop, you go faster. It's not a well-known fact if it's actually beneficial, if it actually works, if you actually get benefit from it, which is the same thing as the word beneficial. But people do it, and bunnies do it, and so obviously people will at least assume they're more efficient. And the other thing that bunnies do, like what is it that they say bunnies do, like all the time? Eat carrots, right? And I love carrots. And so we'd be eating the same food, for the most part. Occasional steak here and there for them. But not for me. Well, probably for me. We'll eat together. We'll share the food. And the other thing that is said about bunnies, you know what I'm talking about? Something that all bunnies do. They all do really well. Their nose. They have a great sense of smell. And so they'll be able to tell when stinky heroes are approaching. And I've heard it's very rare, but possible, to find a rabbit that will defend your castle with passion. Passion. There are rumors that there are a vampire-like rabbit that'll bite you. It's really true. You won't think it can, but it can. And I don't know if we can get one of those. Like I said, it's very rare, but we can try. But that'll do it for this episode. We got a little bit done. A little bit's better than nothing. And this video is coming to you a little late. There was some server trouble. There was also some scheduling trouble. And by scheduling trouble, I mean me. There was me having trouble getting the video out onto the schedule. But it's out. And you watched it. And hopefully you enjoyed it. And I like how our facility's turning out. I hope you like it too. And if you have suggestions of what you'd like to see added to our facility, go ahead and post about it in the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback. And it's time to close. And I don't want to say goodbye, but we must. We must, because I must go work on the next thing. And then the next thing, and then the next thing. So this has been bRanN. Happy late 4th of July. Because I really should have said it ahead of time. I will see you next video. Have a great day. And if you could, please consider supporting me by clicking subscribe. And if you've already have subscribed, please consider supporting me by clicking share.